I'm already in co-parenting. I've been married myself before. And you're right, that's in Africa where we are from, because of our culture. You know, normally you tend to have the woman raise the children, but when you travel, you have to do what the Romans do. Hello viewers, welcome to Promulgate Media. As you know how we do it, Promulgate Media is a platform where we support Ghana startups, their products and their own businesses. This program is all about support of our own. Today I'm here with my beautiful panels. We are going to have a discussion about Live Talk. Live Talk show is about what we experience daily in our lives and what goes on, how we learn, the challenges, how we come about it, and also to move on. I would like to acknowledge our partners, SS African Mills and Fashionable Africa Marketplace. They are the main sponsors and partners of this program. They sell Ghana-made products for all our Ghana startups in Ghana. And then we come to AJ Media. AJ Media is the media that support Eastern region startups in Ghana. They are the main organization that support the Ghana startups in the Eastern region part of Ghana. So they are also our partners. I would like to say a massive thank you to them. And also all our startups in Ghana, I'll say they should keep pushing, working hard, and we also try our best to give them all the support that we can. Thank you. So on my startups now with their products. I'm here to recommend our startups product for you. They are doing hard work and we need your support. If you would like to sell made in Ghana products, please contact Promulgate Media on Startup 360. They have different products that you can sell. We'll give you free access to them in Ghana so you can do business with them. This is Posh Derrick Natural Sugar Deep Conditioner for hair. It's really good. If you want to try it, you can go to Fashionable Africa Marketplace. Also, you can contact us for her direct access to do business with. We have Flow Care Beauty products. She's also in Ghana. All these are made in Ghana products. We also have Posh Derrick, another product. This is also leave-in condition for hair, for natural hair. Very good products. And we come to another one, which is Easy Product Bath Gel. This product comes with natural product from made in Ghana. We have lime, we have our own alatasemina and all that. So please contact us. We need to support our own. Thank you. I think we all know what co-parenting is about, or do you want us to give us brief details about what your understanding of co-parenting, Sandra?
Well, co-parenting for me is where two parents know more together, but you come together on common grounds to be able to support the children that you have together while you were in a relationship, so that the children will be happy knowing that they have both parents, no fighting, understanding each other, of course. So yes.
See, viewers, oh baby, no, so we sharing your programming. You discuss it about our for I will come her, and as our for baby or more worry, no omo. Na say ebi wo ho abrabo mum nsem na omuntamatete eba omunkora ahwemu a difficulties and as a challenges e wo ho discussion ene ye ba be have e de tia kasangasa ye hofu ene se ye de bebo ye bra enti no be bia ohwen bia wo bia no. You are welcome to Live Talk show on Promulgate Media. Enti let me ask this question. As we all women, I think I've married before, but I'm single now. I don't know about you. I have experience when it comes to co-parenting. How about you? How do you see Is it something that you've experienced or you've seen with friends that you can share your opinion or your experience about co-parenting, especially in the UK here? Because we know we from the Africa, our culture, we don't really do with co-parent. It's not something that we understand. It's not part of our culture. So when you come here, it becomes difficult for you to um, adjust with all these, especially when your case is involved with social care and all that. It's like you have nowhere to hide. You have to go according to the rules. So what is your experience here? Can you share your experience or your opinions about co-parenting here?
Is that to me or to?
I trust all of you, anyone.
Well, would you like me to start?
You can start.
Yes. Well, for me, I'm already in co-parenting. I've been married myself before, and you're right. That's in Africa, where we are from, because of our culture. You know, normally you tend to have the woman raise the children, but when you travel, you have to do what the Romans do. And so here, you know, both parents have to be involved. And for me, at the moment, I mean, there are difficulties sometimes when you've agreed and you've got plans, and when you're ready to take
what plans? Plans like what?
Like going on holiday or you know, having.
But sometimes you can book and go with the kids.
Yeah, but sometimes you want to be by yourself.
By yourself.
You know, you don't want to always be with your children.
Mommy.
And so when you want to send a reminder to say, oh, this weekend you have them, and then the text comes back to say, oh, do I have them this weekend? No, I had plans.
Yeah.
And normally you tend to find out that it's the ladies or the women who have to now go on to make sure that they still cater for the child, so that they can do what they intended to do. So co-parenting has its ups and downs, and I feel that women, we bear the blunt of.
To me, do you think that we choose to bear it, or because when especially when the law is involved, you can't say no, especially when, let's say, there was domestic abuse or any sort of abuse before the divorce or the separation. I think he can't say no if you've shared the parenting accordingly. Would he still say no? Or is it because sometimes we feel like they are not responsible to look after the child, so therefore if he says no, okay, then let me just leave it. You should let him take his responsibility. You knew this is what you have to do. Why no? Do we feel like they are not responsible, or why I'm saying do we feel they are not responsible? So when you live with a man, you see how sometimes some of them, how lazy they are. And it's not like they can't do it. They can do it, but we choose to do it because of how our culture is, how we were brought up. We feel like, let's leave him. I can do it. This is a woman. No, I'm a woman. I'm the woman of the house. I can do it. Let me do this. But then if we put our culture aside, life here is different. Should we leave them to live according to the culture here when we live with them, and whilst we are outside the marriage, when we are no more with them? Shouldn't we let them do it like how they do it here, rather than thinking, oh, this is our culture, let's leave it, and then let me do it because he says no, he can't do it. You know, what do you think?
It's
Tricky, yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky. Because for me, personally, obviously, I've never been married, not married yet.
Yeah.
But like with my daughter's dad,
Yeah.
we have, well, since she was like 2 years old, there's been a routine every weekend. So obviously she lives with me.
Yeah.
You know, 95% of the time, and she goes to her dad's on the weekends.
Yeah.
So we've always had that structure. It's always been mummy, obviously Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Weekends, obviously her dad will pick her up also during a school day.
Yeah.
But he has her on the weekend. So I feel like men are capable of
doing
what they need to do with the kids. I feel like it's us women, we kind of don't allow them. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I allow him to get involved with his child. Because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, we both made a child and we both made that commitment. We're not together, but that's the whole point of
Yeah.
co-parenting.
Yeah.
I do my part and you do your part. We come
Yeah.
together and work as a team. That's
Yeah.
just how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah.
But you know, you said a key word. We don't allow them.
Of course.
Because when we are being brought up as women
Yeah.
or young girls, it's always put in our head that women are supposed to do
Kitchen.
everything,
Yeah.
you know. And so because of that, we become adults, we settle down with a guy, you have children, and then you're still doing
that.
everything.
Yeah,
you know,
because
you're
That
trying to be-
mentality.
it's like mental.
You're
You've
trying to
been
be
mentally.
Superman.
Yeah.
And so when the relationship breaks up and this guy is now not with you anymore,
Yeah.
you're now upset
Yeah.
why he's not supporting
Yeah.
you. But
Yeah.
from the beginning, you have not allowed him
Yeah.
to be part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I think as women, now we're saying, oh, you know, it should be 50-50, but which it should be. But if we bring our young girls up knowing that, listen, I mean, when you're with your husband or your partner, when you get older,
Yeah.
you share responsibilities.
Work together.
You know, you
Yeah.
work together, you communicate together, you respect each other, you listen to each other.
Yeah.
And with that, we're not going to have what we now have
Yeah.
with some of us co-parenting, because some of us is very bitter.
Of course.
Co-parenting, people don't talk.
Yeah.
Children are in the middle. They don't know who
Yeah.
to go to.
Yeah.
Do I
Yeah.
like my dad? Do I like my mom?
Yeah.
And we're using even the
Children against each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a huge.
Yeah, because like you said, we don't give them the room to operate when it comes to co-parenting, and I can take my experience. You know, like when I was married, I remember with my first child, because of how I was brought up, I didn't even want anyone to hold my child. Like she was always with me 24/7. But then when I came here, I lived here, I had a child here for some time. I realized that this is wrong. It shouldn't be. And so after separation, I decided to look, let the kids go to their dad, even though for the reason that we separated, they didn't want to go to him. But I said, no, he is your dad, whether he's good or bad. You need to live to get to know him. So you must go with him. Yeah. So I started doing that. And at a point, one of the relatives approached me. Why are you using your ex-husband? I said, like, what? So you see the mindset of our culture. When you are trying to do the right thing, I was brought up without a father. Okay, so I said, I'm not going to live like that. I have to make sure my children doesn't go through what I went through. So that's how I chose to do that. But they see it differently, and they feel like when you're no more with the man, it should be like a hell. Tom and Jerry don't talk to each other. But how about the children? It's not about you anymore. You have kids that they have to look up to you. It's better for you to separate and be happy for the kids to see the two of you happy than living together and biting yourselves. What are you breeding? Another abusive children, another toxic, irresponsible children. So I think it's about time, especially we the Africans, we woke up, because the abuse in Africa, we know it, right? And we've normalized it, which it shouldn't. So when we come here, especially our aunties, our mummies, that they've been here for years, decades, I think they should know something. They should learn. They should educate themselves. They should learn from where we are now, the country we are in now. It's not about me. It's about the children. You know, they need a happy life. They need to live without any emotional, mental, you know, I don't know, I'm even getting emotional, but I think we should look into this, especially we, the Ghanaians here. You don't expect people to break up and then they stay like enemies. There are children involved, so we need to learn to be happy and bring up the children together to become happy family in future too, so they won't breed the same mistake on anybody's child or daughter. So with my experience, I think that's what I've noticed, and that's what I'm sharing. I think I've said too much. Okay. Okay, so I think we said enough. But why do you think some men doesn't want to do it? No, why they don't want to do it? You know.
Well, like I said, I mean, why they don't want to do it is because we haven't allowed them to do it, and so they now see it like, I mean, you've been doing it all this time, so what's changed? And even when you try to involve them, that's where you get the issues of, you're bickering towards each other. There's fights.
But Sandra, when there are when there's law involved, they don't do that.
There is law involved, but still, I mean, you have people that have gone to courts and still
They don't want to do it.
It's not working.
So you think even with the law, is it from our side, or do we see that from the foreigners, as the white people, like the British, the other?
Well, I mean, we've come here and we've noticed that laws work here.
Yeah,
Back home, there's no law.
Yeah.
But still, some guys will still want to do what they want to do. And if you don't want to have that headache of keep going to courts, you just get on with it.
Do you think it's lack of education, or just that we just feel like it's not our culture, so we shouldn't accept it without thinking about the children involved?
I mean, if you...
I think it's a factor of things. I think it's definitely culture.
Yeah.
Mentality.
Yeah.
Like they say you're a product of your environment. All of that stuff.
Yeah, the
I
upbringing
believe
and all
that's
that.
a big thing.
So,
And I think being educated as well.
Yeah, but you have men or women, because we're talking about men here.
Yeah.
But women are also, I mean, there's some women.
Yeah. I think you have a point here. How about the other women? Some even run away.
Yes, education counts, but some people are educated and they still go on not to take care of.
That's true.
Because they feel like it's not our right, it's not our culture.
That they will just give you the money and you just get on with it. So co-parenting,
Oh yeah.
they give you
The money stop.
everything
Yeah.
for the
So
child.
get the money, get off
You
of
just
my
get
neck.
on with,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm giving you money. What
So
else
what?
do you want?
Yeah.
And they
But it's not about the money, it's about the bond that the child needs to have with the father or the mother.
You have some parents that believe that when they grow up, they'll come and find you.
Oh yes, that's the mentality. But they will come, but you won't get that emotional attached, that support. You won't get that.
Because the kids, for me, children, they want time.
Yeah.
Money is nothing to them.
No,
money doesn't mean anything.
they don't need money.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's how it should be. But a lot of men, especially, I know some women do, but a lot of men who are proud to know that they are supporting you, they give you money, they buy the children whatever they need. They don't think the way you and I are thinking. That the child needs you.
But how can we change that? How do we let them know that it's not about money, it's about the memories that you build with the child, the love, the places that you visit with the child, taking them out, going to movies, taking them to the parks. It's about all these things. Put yourself into that position. You didn't have that experience. You've come here, you've grown up, you've seen that this is how life is. This is what I have. I didn't have. I can give it to my child. You don't have to spend money to get that done. So why can't you make time for that child?
I believe it's all about understanding each other.
Communication.
If you don't have that relationship where you communicate for the betterment of your children, everything that you're saying is just going to go out of the window.
But Sandra, let me ask you this. Do you think they do that out of, is it because they are in pain? Maybe because of the separation?
Some people do. Some people use that.
Yeah.
But I feel that you have to have a relationship first before you can do all these things.
Yeah.
I'm sure with you and your daughter's father, you have a relationship where you respect each other.
Yeah.
And you want the best for your child.
Yeah.
So it's not about what I did to you or what you did to me.
Of course.
It's about what is best for our child. So you always communicate on what is best for the child.
Yeah.
But you know what, it took, even though I did say we've always had a good, friendship or relationship, whatever you want to call it, there was a point where it was just, no. It got to a point where, obviously, I said to my mum, you know, me and him need to sit down and figure out the days of when he should have her and when he should not. He didn't want, he wasn't even mature. I think it's to do with maturity as well.
Of course,
He
I
wasn't
think you're
mature
right.
enough
Yeah, the
to
maturity.
sit down.
Yeah.
It's just me and him and figure out what days. It had to be his mum and him, my mum and my mum. And that annoyed me because I was kind of like, I'm not saying I think I'm more mature, but
Yeah.
I was mature than him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why can't we just talk?
Yeah.
He was just very ignorant and all of the rest that comes with it. And in the end, I had to go to his house. My mum had to come. We both sit there like it was some sort of meeting and just figure out what days. And I thought to myself, wow, is it really, why is it like that? But in the end, now I can look back and say, wow, he's actually matured over the years. Although we were going through that rocky patch, he's actually, it's been worth it.
You know, men tend to look at the now.
Yeah.
Whereas we look at the
Future.
So for
Yeah.
him, you know, at the time, probably he's thinking, I
Yeah.
mean, she can get on with it.
Yeah.
But as your daughter have now grown and he's become part of her life, I'm sure he himself can see, you know, the good benefits that has come out of having time.
So what do you think in terms of co-parenting? What is the advantage and the disadvantages in terms of the children? You know, as for the parents, you've been through what you have to be through, but when it comes to the children, what do you think the good side and the bad side, the positive effects when you have positive co-parenting and then the negative co-parenting? What are the impacts on the children that you think?
The positive branches of co-parenting for me would be having stability and understanding and communication. There's stability and things are consistent. That will the child will see that. In terms of the negative side, having a lot of like arguments and disputes, I believe that can cause a negative impact on the child, especially if they're around it. I don't think that's a healthy thing.
Anything you want to add, Sandra?
Well, for me, I would say positive side would be to establish common grounds, respect each other, especially when both parents have now moved on to have their own partners. The extension of the other partners also have to be supportive and respect that, you know, our partners have children before we met. So we cannot expect that they forget about their children because they're now with me or with us, you know. And also, I mean, the children as well
Yes,
need to
that was
feel,
the main, like, what
Yeah.
are the impacts that
the
will
children
have
as
on the
well
children?
need to know that they are put first
Yes.
before, you know, both parents. And not, when I say put first, it doesn't mean that the children can dictate, because sometimes you have some children
Yeah.
that want to now dictate,
Yeah.
you know, and they bring more trouble when
Of course.
they know that they are put first, even things that they shouldn't do or shouldn't say.
Yeah, they
say
take
it.
advantage of the
Yes.
situation when they see there's no
So that can also be a
Yeah.
positive and a negative,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But in all, I just believe that, you know, respect, communication is the most important thing for a better co-parenting. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. I think we've said enough, and as viewers, my only advice or my suggestion as a parent, a mother with children, a single mother, is for us to give room for the men to take in charge of their fatherhood. Even if you are not together, let them feel that, let them do the job, because the children need them. They need to grow to get to know them, irrespective of their yes and no's, their job, the time. Make time for the children to be with their father or their mother, because it has massive impact on them when they grow up, whether being able to be with the father or not to be with the father. The emotional and the psychological effects. It's that's why we are in the world that we are in today. We think like is the money. It's not the money. It's the upbringing. How you bring the children up. The love they see at home between the mom and the dad. It helps them mentally. It builds their confidence. It's everything that children needs today. Because if they are coming home and mom and dad is there but they are not happy, they are also not happy. If you are no more there and you sit on phone just to talk about when to schedule the timing for them to be with each other, it's constant insult and argument, and it doesn't help the children. They don't need to hear that. So it's best you put all your anger and your whatever it is, put it aside and put the children first, because they need you. Thank you so much for coming to Live Talk on Promulgate Media. I know we'll be here from now on, and we'll be seeing Sandra and Naomi and myself, Nana Abdulsika, as always here. Thank you for watching us.